Hello my beautiful friends, welcome back to my channel. This is episode 2 of my bulking journey. Now, before we get into the video, I decided to change the lights to pink just to try something new. I've been doing purple for the past, literally I just did one video, but I'll probably go back to purple low-key because I think it looks a little bit better. But yeah, let's get straight into the video. I hope you guys enjoyed episode 1 of my bulking journey. I will link it right here for those of you guys that haven't checked it out yet. Okay, so first things first, we're gonna talk about my weigh-in from this morning. I weighed myself at 132.7 pounds, so I am up by a lot. My starting weight in the bulking journey was 131.2 pounds. The thing is, yesterday I hosted a Friendsgiving. I didn't eat my meal plan yesterday specifically. So yesterday I had ham and mac and cheese for lunch, and then for dinner I had the same thing. I may or may not have had 2 pieces of pistachio pie. I make a bomb-ass pistachio pie. It's always the hit of the party. But yeah, my bitch ass had 2 pieces. That's a lot of fat and carbs and some protein. The reason why I'm mentioning the Friendsgiving is because that did affect my weigh-in. It's pretty obvious that I ate something that's not my meal plan and I ate a lot of extra calories that I didn't need. So yeah, that explains why my weigh-in is a lot higher today. I do want to mention, at the end of the week, I started my period, and when girls, ooh, my phone almost fell. When girls are on their period, it is normal for your weight to fluctuate and it goes down. I even have a current client that is going through the same thing as me. We started our period at the same time and both of our weigh-ins dropped. So that's why my weigh-in, I'll show you guys on the screen as well. On Friday, it was 131.1, which was even lower than when I first started the bulk. And the reason why was because of my period. At the end of the week, I was eating in my surplus every single day. So I did everything necessary in order to gain weight. So honestly, it was just my period that made it go down. But we're gonna keep track of my weigh-ins this week and see how much it goes up. I'm gonna stay in my meal plan literally starting today. Today is Monday and I'm gonna be following my meal plan Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Literally every day. The results will be much more accurate starting this week. Something else that I wanted to mention, I forgot to mention it in episode 1 of my bulking series. I was tempted by my boyfriend to order Uber Eats. He ordered Taco Bell one night, another night, I think it was like McDonald's, and I forgot what the third night was. But I was so tempted to say yes. I am proud of myself. The fact that I'm doing this journey and I also have you guys to keep me accountable, it's pushing me to stick to what I said I was going to do. So you guys are actually helping me on this journey. The fact that I was able to say no for 3 nights throughout that week, I basically built up the momentum that it takes to have like a new habit, for example. On your fitness journey, if someone tries to tempt you, you literally tempt yourself into almost getting something. Remind yourself in that moment of your why and switch your mindset instantly. Once you do that consistently for a few times, your mind is going to start getting turned off by the idea of eating unhealthy stuff, and you're gonna be more turned on by eating clean things. Now that it's week 2, and I've said no many times last week to the temporary satisfactions, I'm not even craving that type of food because I'm just so turned off by how it makes me feel and how it makes me look too. Remind yourself that it's only going to be a temporary satisfaction and then the feeling is gonna go away. So remind yourself of your why in that moment and it's gonna help you guys tremendously. It's going to pay off the more and more that you actively switch your mindset about that. All right guys, so it is, what time is it? Damn, it's almost 5 p.m. and I have to go hit quads and glutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to the gym. The next part of this video is gonna be my acai bowl. It's been highly requested on how I make my acai bowls. Acai bowls, especially the one that I make, is very nutrient dense, which is a good thing if you're someone that's trying to bulk. For the acai that I use, it's actually 0 sugar because acai naturally has so much sugar. So if you do the 0 sugar one, it's gonna be completely fine. My acai bowls tricked me into thinking I'm having candy or a type of dessert. It's the last meal that I have of the night. Let's get straight into the acai bowl. All right, so you guys are going to need a blender to be able to make the acai bowl. And make sure you get a high quality one like the Ninja so it can actually break things apart pretty easily. So you're gonna want 1 banana, an acai pack, and you're gonna want the one that is 0 sugar. Next up, we're gonna have peanut butter, blueberries, these are frozen by the way, frozen strawberries, and then you want real strawberries that aren't frozen, and the same thing for the blueberries as well. You also want granola. Okay, so as you guys can see here, I am peeling apart the banana. I'm gonna take the banana and cut it in half. 1/2 is gonna go into the container, and the other half is gonna end up being cut up and on the topping like of the acai once it's done. Okay, so once you open the acai pack, you're gonna see 4 little packets. You're gonna wanna rinse it under water just to help with kind of defrosting it. Alright, so the next step is going to be the peanut butter. You definitely wanna make sure you're weighing out how much you're taking because peanut butter is pretty nutrient dense and you don't want way over your serving amount. So I do 16 grams. It kind of takes a little second to get the peanut butter out of the spoon. Sometimes I use the knife to scrape it out. The next step is the frozen fruits. So I just eyeball, I don't weigh the strawberries, the blueberries because there's barely any calories in it. So I just put a little bit, like a sprinkle, of the strawberries and blueberries. If you guys are unsure, just follow what I did in this video to make sure that it's close to what you should do. So the next step is actually adding water. You actually want to add 1/4. I ended up putting too much water in this video, which kind of sucks because I'm literally making a tutorial for you guys on how to make this. So yeah, put less water than I did, about 1/4 of the cup. I found it easiest to blend everything with the water first, and then once I do that, I can add the ice cubes so I get the best consistency. I honestly had to add more ice cubes this time just because I put too much water by accident, but it usually only takes me 3 ice cubes normally if I did like 1/4 of the water. So you're gonna dump it out into the little bowl. Once the acai is in the bowl, I actually put it in the freezer as I'm prepping the toppings, just so it's not melting. So I cut the bananas, the strawberries, and then the next step is adding the blueberries. And after that is when I put the granola. I kind of want you guys to have some ASMR vibes, so I'll shut up for the time being. My acai consistency was not the best, but I already told you guys where I messed up. But this is the final result of my acai bowl. It looks so cute and pretty. Hello guys, this is Wednesday, November 22nd, I think? I don't know the exact date, but it's Wednesday of episode 2. Today we're gonna try a green light in the background. It's giving alien vibes. I weighed myself this morning and I was kind of thrown off by the weigh-in. So this morning I was 130.7. It's actually lower than my first weigh-in when I first started the bulking journey, and I was thrown the hell off. You can literally see my chart dropped. Now, when it comes to a bulking journey, it's normal for weigh-ins to fluctuate as they're going up. If you're bulking, it's normal for your weight to go like this, but it's still going up the whole time. It's just fluctuating as it's going up, and vice versa. If you're trying to lose weight, as it's going down, it's gonna fluctuate like that. Honestly, I think the weigh-in that I had this morning probably has to do with water weight. The past few days, I've been eating my macros to the T for my surplus, and I've also been lifting heavy and doing everything correctly, getting enough sleep, literally doing every aspect of the program correctly in order to gain weight. So I'm just gonna ignore the weigh-in. The camera literally cut me off because there was no space left. I just deleted some stuff, so we're good now. But I'm not gonna let the weigh-in from this morning dictate how I feel about my progress. Like I said, it's normal for weight to fluctuate, especially with water weight and taking that into account. So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. I have a client where the same thing actually happened to her this morning, and she was starting to feel discouraged that her weigh-in was lower. She's been doing everything correctly just like I am, but it's normal for that to happen. So I told her, let's not focus on the low weigh-in because it's only going to set you back with your mindset, which is gonna set your goals back. So let's focus on the positive. Keep doing exactly what you're doing. Keep eating your meal plan, keep working hard in the gym, and the weigh-in is gonna go back up before you know it. I think that's all the updates I have for you guys for today. So I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys with me to do hamstrings and glutes. I'm gonna show you guys the full workout just like I did in episode 1. I'll see you guys in the next clip. All right, friends, welcome to the workout portion. I'm doing hamstrings and glutes, and I'm gonna walk you guys through the whole entire workout. So the first thing I do on this day is hip abduction. Sometimes I do this last as a burnout, or sometimes I like to do it before my workouts, so I just feel like my hips are kind of opened and ready for all of my movements. I honestly only do 2 sets of this, and I tend to go till failure, or sometimes I have a rep range of around 16 to 20. On this day, I did This day I did 16 reps. I usually start out doing hip thrusts, but the gym was busy this day, so I decided to do RDLs, which is usually the second exercise on my list. I'm not sure if you guys are gonna be bored at this part, but I kind of want to keep it in for beginners because they might not know how to load stuff. I know how that feels to not know how to set something up. This gym luckily has this little lever thing to make it so easy to set up anything related to the barbell. So once I release that, I like to put on my straps. I use my straps because it helps tremendously with my grip strength, specifically on RDLs, because out of all exercises, the RDLs make my hands slip like crazy, and most people can relate to that. When performing the RDL, you want to make sure that you're standing shoulder width apart. You want to hold the bar outside of your legs, and you're going to want to wrap the straps the way I did in the video. So you're going to stand up first, that's how you start the position, that's how you start the movement, and you're going to slowly go down and pretend as if you're about to sit on a chair, keeping your back straight and your spine aligned. It's so important to squeeze your core and make sure your back is straight, and the fact that your lower back is not arched is perfect. I do this the glute bias way, so I'm using more of my glutes than I am my hamstrings because I want to focus on that more. So that involves bending your knees more. If you want to focus more on your hamstrings, you would bend your knees a little bit less. Alright, so next up we have the hip thrusts. I use the machine just because it's already set up and it's easy. Everyone at the gym uses the machine for that reason. I do 4 sets of 8 reps. When you're positioning yourself for the hip thrusts, whether you are using a machine, a barbell, dumbbell, whatever the case may be, you want to make sure that the bench is right below your shoulder blades. That's where you want to place your back. And you want to make sure that your legs are at a 90-degree angle. As well, you want to make sure that you're holding at the top for 2 to 3 seconds to get the most out of the movement. Next up, we're moving on to the back extensions. You guys hear me say this so many times, but I can't stress it enough. Doing back extensions twice a week is the secret to getting really perky glutes. For this exercise on this day, I did 4 sets of 14 reps. You want to hold the weight away from your body so you can target your glutes, and you also want to round your upper back and squeeze your glutes at the top position for 2 to 3 seconds. Make sure you're not arching your lower back. Next exercise is good mornings. I do 3 sets of 12 reps. This exercise targets your hamstrings and your glutes. The way I perform it is more glute biased. Glute bias means bending your knees a bit more so you feel it in your glutes. You're still going to feel it in your hamstrings, but you're not isolating as much as if you were doing it like the hamstring way, which is bending your knees a little bit less. But you're going to go very slow and controlled, and it feels so good. Like the stretch is literally perfect. Something important that I need to mention is the bar placement. When doing good mornings, you want it to be lower on your back. So it's not like a squat where you kind of have it above. You want to put it more down on your back, and that's the correct way to do the good morning. The last exercise is going to be cable glute kickbacks. This exercise targets your top glutes and makes them super perky. It's very similar to what you can get out of doing back extensions. So you're going to want to make sure that you turn the working foot slightly out. You want to stand upright and slowly put your leg out and try to hold it for 1 to 2 seconds. Okay guys, I'm not gonna lie, I am filming this clip a little later than it's supposed to be, but basically from Wednesday to Friday, I was able to get my weigh-in higher. Over the weekend, I did go to New York City with my friend, and I wasn't as on top of my food. I ate healthy and I ate good meals when I was out, but I didn't get to eat enough, which is obviously not ideal since I'm on this bulking journey. But I'm just trying to remind myself, I've only been doing this for 2 weeks. I can't be so hard on myself for not being perfect. Life happens, friends come up and visit. Sometimes it's good to be present and enjoy your time with family and friends if it ends up coming a time where that happens. But you just gotta keep chugging along. So even if it gets messed up one day, you can't let that set you back. Otherwise, you're never gonna see the progress that you're wanting. Even if you mess up, you wanna make sure that you keep going and keep working hard on the meal plan. My current calorie and macro goals are pretty easy to eat now. As long as I continue to wake up early like I have been every day, there's no doubt I'm gonna get my macro and calorie goals on point. It's been super easy appetite-wise. This coming week, so the next episode that you guys are going to see, that's when I'm gonna up my calories. I'm already feeling ready to eat more food. I think it's a great time for me to up my calories. I'm excited to see myself gain more weight. It's definitely going to be a challenge to eat more. I do have the appetite for it, but I basically just need to take the time because it's so much food in a day and you really have to structure your day to make sure you're having the time to digest and eat all your food and stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching episode 2 of my bulking journey. I'm gonna try to get better at doing outros because towards the end of the week, that's kind of when I stop creating content. I'm super energized to create content Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and sometimes Thursday. But at the end of the week, that's kind of my time to relax, recuperate, and refocus. I kind of suck at finishing out these videos, but I'm happy that I did it for this one. But basically, thank you for watching. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and comment below anything that was helpful in this video, or comment what you guys want me to cover in the coming bulking journey videos. I love you guys so much, sending you out with good vibes, and I'll see you in the next one.